Here we are at the beautiful Yas Marina circuit where qualifying is about to begin. So sit back, relax and enjoy the action. And as we wait, poised for the start of what will hopefully be a thrilling qualifying, why don't you tell us, Anthony Davidson, about the things you can do to really get the most out of a car in a session like this?
Well, you're largely limited by the Parc Fermé regulations, of course. Back in the old days, pre-2004, you'd work on both a qualifying setup and a race setup over practice, and then swap them over after qualifying. So the race car was quite different at times to the qualifying car. Nowadays, though, you have to find a compromise that works for both. There are a few things that you can still adjust during the session, such as the differential, the brake bias, and the front wing angle, but that's about it. So it's more about optimizing what you do have and adapting your own style to suit the track conditions.
Yes, hello everyone and welcome to the finale of Season 1 in my F1 2017 career mode here today around Abu Dhabi. Starting our qualifying runs as per usual, coming across the line to end our first qualifying run. That puts us in a provisional 7th place behind Palmer, which isn't very good. Just to let everyone know, I haven't made the same mistake as the last Grand Prix. I have got my old power unit that I was using for the races anyway before Brazil, and it was all totally fine. And so yeah, I've not done the same mistake. Just to let everyone know. And coming across the line now to finish our last qualifying lap of qualifying. It's put us in P14. So not bad qualifying session there for myself. And hopefully we can have a good race, I hope, from that position. Vettel was on pole from Hamilton, from Raikkonen, from Bottas, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Massa, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Magnussen, Grosjean, Perez, Stroll, myself ahead of Sainz, so that's good. Palmer, Alonso, Wehrlein, Van Dorn and Ericsson. So let's see what we can do from P14, and without further ado, I will now hand over to Crofty and Anthony Davidson to introduce you to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Darkness is descending on Abu Dhabi this evening, but there's no thought of rest for the 11 teams working feverishly on the grid. Alongside me for one final time this season, it's Anthony Davidson. What a year it's been, Ant. It's been an absolute pleasure. And now, how are you feeling ahead of lights out tonight?
Well, it's been a breathtaking year of F1 action, and there's one more sting in the tail to come here tonight, I reckon. We've been all around the world, but there's still everything to fight for, and what an occasion it is as well. There's a real sense of anticipation every time we come here to Abu Dhabi, and here's hoping it's a fitting end to a very special season.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Magnussen, Grosjean, Toro Rosso, and Sainz, Palmer, Bottas, Ricciardo, and Nico Hulkenberg, Vettel, Wehrlein, Stoffel, Van Dorn and Perez, Verstappen, Ericsson, Felipe Massa and Fernando Alonso. Ocon and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
End of the season. Let's finish on a high note.
I will try to finish the season on a high note, Jeff, but penalties galore. As you can see there in the grid, so we're now starting 5th in the Grand Prix. 5th. I don't know how that's happened. I mean, I don't know why they've all suddenly got penalties and what, but I'm sorting out the strategy here, going from ultras to softs. So hopefully that'll work. Doing the one stop obviously, and hopefully it'll work, because I'm assuming everyone else will be doing the strategy that was below that one. Which was ultras and then super. So I'm assuming they'll all do that one. I don't know, but we're starting 5th. There's an all Haas second row. I don't think that's ever happened ever in F1 history. But without further ado, then let's get to the grid for the final time of this season. Got 4 lights. It's 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We've got off to a relatively good start. We've now got Magnussen going down the inside, or in between Raikkonen and Hamilton. And there's been a bit of contact. He's round, and we've almost hit him. I mean, I almost hit him there, and that was some good reaction times, if I do say so myself. As you can see there, he just got caught on the side pods of both of them, and it was really unfortunate because he got off to a good start. He got hit there then when he was reversing as well. As you can see there, just squeezed out by both of the leaders. And it's really unfortunate there because he got off to a really good start and then hit a Williams in the back. Don't know if that was Stroll or not, but moving on to lap 6 now, or 8 even. Not a lot happened after that, and we're now up into first place of the Grand Prix. So I don't know how this is happening, but it's not going to last for long, as we now have a safety car, I think that is, as Marcus Ericsson is out of the Grand Prix. So we've now got a safety car, and I'm now going to come into the pits because obviously my pit window was this lap anyway, I think. So I was going to come into the pits anyway, but into the pit lane we go then, and we've now got Vettel, no sorry, my teammate in second, so it was a Toro Rosso 1-2. This finale is just mental so far. Coming into the pit lane then for a set of softs, as my teammate takes over the lead from Bottas. I still can't believe he's in the lead, but he's not made a pit stop yet obviously, so he won't be there for too long. So moving on now, coming out of the pit lane, and I just don't know where this race is going to go. I mean, we're 9th and we're nowhere near anyone. But there it is. There's proof that my teammate is in the lead of this Grand Prix. I don't know how this has happened, but he's in the lead of the Grand Prix. There you go. With both the Mercedes behind him, and then a Renault in 4th. What is going on with this grid? But cutting onto the end of the safety car, cutting onto the restart now, and we've managed to get a good exit out of the second last corner, but unfortunately we run wide into the last corner, and that compromises our run onto Verstappen, and unfortunately we don't manage to get a place there on the restart. Moving on to the same lap now, we dive it down the inside of Verstappen into the hairpin, which is crucial because he was on ultras, and obviously me being two tyres slower, that's crucial. And coming into the third sector now, we dive it down the inside of Kimi Raikkonen from miles away, and well, we've just taken the world champion, because he's the world champion. And now everyone is coming into the pit lane, even my teammate, which is a bit sad. And we're now up into second place, but unfortunately Raikkonen is now going to get us here. He's going to go around the outside into the first corner. We've pushed him off track a little bit. We're still side by side through the middle sector, or not middle sector, the second and third corner. And now we're banging tyres constantly through there, and we're still side by side near enough. I'm going to dive it down the inside, keep my nose in. There's been a bit of contact, we're round, and unfortunately we lose a place to Ricciardo, I think that is. And now we've got a Force India, I think that is, on our outside, and it's all going mental here. And now going down the back straight, we've got DRS. Apparently we don't have DRS for some reason. Oh wait, yeah, maybe because safety car came in. But we've now got Esteban Ocon going down our inside. It's not even Ocon, it's Massa. Where the hell has Massa come from? What is going on in this Grand Prix? Massa has now gone down our inside, and we're now down to 5th place, unfortunately. But obviously we're not making another pit stop. They are. So as they all come in for their pit stop now, I think, we move up into 4th place, or 3rd, sorry. And again, we've managed to get podium. So I've no idea how this race is just going mental right now. And now we've got the leaders in the pit lane, I think, and now we're up into the lead of the Grand Prix. I really have no idea what's going on in this Grand Prix. I mean, the grid penalties, now the Grand Prix, but unfortunately the lead isn't going to last very long because we've got Hamilton behind us, and it's going to be inevitable that he's going to overtake us. And there we go, down the inside he goes. I'm going to take an alternative line to try and get a better exit on him into this chicane, but unfortunately we don't manage to get a better exit. And now we have Kimi Raikkonen, the world champion. In case you missed it, in Mexico he won the world championship, battling again once with us, and diving it down the inside. He's passed us before we even got to the braking zone, which is just ridiculous. So there we go then, as we now into 3rd place, and now we're going to defend 3rd place for our life, because I really want a podium in this last Grand Prix. We now have Ricciardo going down our outside into the braking zone. We've touched the side pod a little bit. Technically this shouldn't be happening with a Toro Rosso and a Red Bull fighting each other, but I don't care, right? They didn't bother to offer me a contract halfway through the season. I don't know if they're going to offer me one at the end of this race. I don't know. We'll have to see at the end of the episode. But going down the inside of Ricciardo again, not taking any crap from Ricciardo there, and we managed to get past him into the chicane. So hopefully we can defend this position. Moving on to lap 24 now. Again, Ricciardo is going to come at us once again. He's now going to go down the inside of us. I'm going to take the alternative line that I tried to take on Hamilton but didn't work, but luckily we're closer to Ricciardo this time than we are to Hamilton, and now we've got DRS on Ricciardo once again, and we're going to try and get our podium place back here with 4 laps left to go. We're going to go down the inside of Ricciardo here. We're going to put the nose in once again. We bang tyres once again on 2 laps later, and we do exactly the same move, so just keep on doing that and we've got this podium wrapped up. And with 2 laps left now, so it took him another 2 laps to get close to us. We now have Ricciardo right behind us once again using DRS. Is it going to go down the inside or outside? He's going to go down the inside again. He's managed to get past us into the braking zone. I'm going to take the alternative line that I've been taking for the past few laps, and hopefully we can get a better exit onto the back straight. I'm assuming this is with DRS, but unfortunately we've got Bottas behind us now. So hopefully Bottas doesn't ruin it for us as we dive it down the inside once again on Ricciardo. He's still there. We do exactly the same move again on Ricciardo, and this is just amazing. But now, on the last lap, we've got Valtteri Bottas behind us in a Mercedes. And this is going to be a lot trickier because it's a Mercedes and we push him out wide, almost off the circuit there. He's already gone past us. But I'm not going to give this up, right? He's locked up terribly there. So I'm going to go around the outside, keep it level with Bottas, and now we've got DRS. Going to tuck into the slipstream. I have no idea where he's going. Going to tuck into the slipstream now. Going to come out of it, and now we're going to dive it down the inside into the chicane once again, move him out of the way, and that's us on the podium once again for this Grand Prix. And luckily, coming around the final 2 corners now, we managed to successfully hold off Bottas and Ricciardo for another podium to end the season off on a high. I'm very happy with that result.
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you pulled through. Thank you.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes then are on top today.
So, as we come to the end of the season, then here is the final race classification for the final race of the season. Hamilton finishes top from Raikkonen, from myself, Bottas, Ricciardo, Massa, Vettel and Verstappen quite far down, and the 2 Force Injuries round off the top 10. Unfortunately, both of the Hasses, obviously Magnussen spun out, but unfortunately Grosjean unfortunately didn't do very well in the race, and the only DNFo was Marcus Ericsson, which isn't really a surprise because he's in a Sauber. But yeah, that was a quite entertaining race for the finale. I really wasn't expecting that, but yeah, moving on to the final driver's standings then, we managed to get 5th place in the driver's standings, which is amazing considering we're in a Toro Rosso. We managed to beat a Williams and a Red Bull, so hopefully a Red Bull will give me a contract offer now, because, you know, I've done quite well. And unfortunately, Carlos Sainz there, only 13 points, and the only non-point scorers there this season were the 2 Saubers, which is expected, considering they're like 4 seconds off the pace. And the final constructors standings is Toro Rosso finishes in 5th, Ferrari win the constructors, 35 points ahead of Mercedes, so it's quite a big change there in the constructors there, really. So here's something you haven't seen for a while. That's how many points I managed to save up for doing just practice and practice and practice. And then the team gave me 1,400 resource points bonus for the season. So, don't know where they got that from. So, I decided to use it with, you know, an upgrade. End of the season, and unfortunately, for some reason, didn't get any contract offers. I was a bit mystified myself, to be honest, because I thought, you know, I'd get a contract offer to renew with Toro Rosso or not. And it looks like I just automatically do it. So here are the upgrades then. going to do an engine upgrade, and I'm going to do a couple of the durability upgrades. So, you know, to keep it more reliability upgrade, sorry. I think I did the turbocharger and the MGU K or the H, I can't remember. There's a turbocharger. And then I did the MGU H K. I don't know which one I did. That one. So they'll be ready for the start of Season 2. And I hope you all enjoyed this season. It was fairly topsy-turvy, if I'm honest. You know, it could have gone a lot better at times, could have been a lot worse at times. Obviously, end of season form was really good, considering we got, like, I don't know. But here's our season review then. We got off to a relatively good start in the season with an 8th, a 7th, 11th, whatever. Well, you can read the rest. A couple of DNFs in there as well. But if you did enjoy this episode and Season 1, please leave a like and a comment. And subscribe for Season 2, because hopefully that should be more exciting with these upgrades. Goodbye.